you so much for joining us for our Million Mom Movement Business Empowerment Hour. Today is January 20th, and it is my honor to share more with you about how I found the Million Mom Movement, how it's empowered me, and share some tips and tricks with you all. So, we are the Million Mom Movement. Each and every one of you here is part of the Million Mom Movement. So this is a hashtag that we've been using, and I want to empower you to use it on your posts as well. And it's a way that we can find you on social media. So a little bit about myself. My name is Naiva Flory, and I first got introduced to Purium when I was 4 months postpartum by my dear friend. What I didn't realize is I was overwhelmed, I was undernourished. I had 5 kids in 4 different schools and a newborn baby. So my life was crazy busy. My mornings, I rarely got to feed myself. I often lived off coffee and fumes until noon, and I was just too busy to take care of myself. So if this is something that you feel like happens to you sometimes, drop me a 1 in the comments. I feel like this is something, as whether you're a mom or a dad or a caregiver, sometimes we're so busy taking care of others that we forget to take care of ourselves. And so it's important because we must take care of ourselves so that we can better take care of others. And part of my story is also that my husband was working 6 days a week to make ends meet, and he was exhausted when he came home from work at the end of the day. So we rarely got to spend time with him, and he was so busy on Sundays that he didn't have time to go to the beach or go surfing or do anything that he enjoyed. He had all the household chores and lawn mowing and things like that that he needed to catch up on. So our life was pretty crazy 6 years ago, and he worked all the time. We never saw each other. I had the kids pretty much all the time when they were not in school. And so when I first got introduced to this, I was like, I'm busy. I don't have time to, work from home. But I was on maternity leave. I had 2 more months before I had to return back to work. And I couldn't help but think, what am I going to do when it's time to go back to work? Like, I have 5 kids in 4 schools I have to drop off and pick up. And then I also have my little baby that is breastfed and who needs me. And I'm going to actually pay somebody to stay with my child while I go back to work. That just seems silly to me. And I only worked part-time, so my income wasn't that much to where it made it worth it. So my mindset was, what can I do to help alleviate some of the responsibilities of my husband bringing in all the income? And so I decided to give it a try. I bought my ultimate lifestyle transformation. My husband and I did our transformation, and I was able to replace my part-time income in my first 2 months. I was actually able to pay back my pack with the first 2 people that I signed up, pretty much. And that was amazing for me as somebody that was staying at home and not bringing in an income. It was really hard for me to invest in that first package and to not feel guilty about it, right? Any of you have mom guilt, where when you do something for yourself, you're like, should I have done that? Like, we will or do anything to make our family members happy, but sometimes when we do something for ourselves, we get mom guilt, or our own personal guilt of like just doing something for ourselves. So it's important to do things for ourselves so that we can continue to take care of others. And so I first started using the products, and what it did for me is it gave me something super easy to do in the morning, that I could take my aminos when I got out of bed, I could take the kids to school, I could make my shake either before leaving or when I got back, and I was doing things for myself that I hadn't done before, and I was feeling nourished, I was sleeping better, I had less inflammation. There was so many things that were going better in my life. I had more patience with my kids in the afternoon doing their homework. I was less exhausted at the end of the day when it was time to do homework and make dinner. And so it just helped me as a mom to be a better mom. Just having these products at my fingertips and creating an income from home allowed me to not only replace my income in my first 2 months. You guys, my boss called me and asked me to come back to work. And I had the ability after 2 months to tell her, you know what? I am making more money than I did working for you 2 days a week. and I would prefer to stay home with my baby. That's amazing. So um, I was able to do that my first 2 months, but even more amazing than that is I got to help my husband quit working at the spa and gave him the ability to work on his own clients, have his own practice, and for our whole family to have more lifestyle freedom because of this incredible business opportunity that we have here. And so, I had replaced the income in 2 months. From there, I continued to build a team. It's really important that we build a team because my first 2 months was really customer centric. I had enrolled lots of friends as customers. They were loving the products. But what I didn't realize is that I needed team members. So I started to reach back out to those customers and have them write stories on my wall or on their own personal Facebook and tag me on them. And then I would help follow up with the people that were interested. And so some of those friends I ended up upgrading to brand partners because I took a simple approach of just asking them to share their story. So I was able to reach Green Diamond 6 months after replacing my part-time income. So 8 months after becoming a brand partner. And 2 months later, I hit Blue Diamond. So in my first year, I hit Blue Diamond rank, and I've been at that rank for the past almost 6 years now, 5 years. So it's been such an honor, and it's my pleasure to really share more of this journey with you. So we'll go ahead and skip forward. Our mission here with the Million Mom Movement is that moms traditionally sacrifice our own health for the health of our children and our family. Every day we wake up and we serve, in and out of the home, and often our own health needs become secondary to the needs of our family. Moms connect with each other often, and when we find something good, we want to share it, right? If we might find a good movie or a good restaurant or a good babysitter, we want to share that with another mom. So we have massive influence over each other, and to support our friends and our relatives to make the best decisions for our children and those within our community, we have that kind of influence. So we can influence for good for our families and our community and the world. Our vision, the Million Mom Movement, is to have 1,000 moms in 100 communities, and MOM's acronym is Movement of Many. And so we would like to have 1,000 people in 100 communities committing to spread health, well-being, and economic opportunity around organic superfoods, nutrition with at least 10 families. So the breakdown of that is 1,000 people times 100 communities times 10 families is 1 million people that we get to touch. So that's our vision, and our intention is to build a movement of many who share the vision. We're calling moms, dads, caregivers, aunts, uncles, grandparents, and educators and influencers to make a difference within our local communities. So what does economic empowerment mean to you? I want to invite you to pull out your pen and paper and write down a couple things about what economic empowerment means to you. And if you'd like to also put it in the chat, I welcome you to do that. But this is really a today we're really going to focus on self and learning more about ourselves and how we can empower you. So what does economic empowerment mean to you? Sovereignty and the ability to financially care for ourselves and our family, that's what we're standing for. The other thing that's really important to narrow down is, what is your why? What do you want more than anything in the world for yourself, for your family, for your loved ones? Maybe you need to help, an elderly family member to pay off their home, or be able to cover certain expenses. Maybe you have somebody in college that you'd like to help them cover their fees. The possibilities are unlimited. What would it be that you want more than anything in the world for yourself and your family members? And then the action step that I'd like to offer you, if you have not yet filled out an action plan worksheet, I would like to invite you to go to the I Learn Getting Started module and print out your action plan worksheet and write down your why. Write down the people you want to reach out to and set some goals for yourself, because if you don't set goals, then it's really hard to achieve whatever it is that you want to accomplish. It's a lot easier if you have it on paper and you create an agreement with yourself for what it is that you want to accomplish, because then you're actually working towards something, and it clarifies your vision when you're sharing it with others about what it is that you want to do and how they can become a part of it. So where is it that you're headed? What is your ultimate destination? It can be 5 years from now. It doesn't have to be next week or next month or even next year. What is this ultimate goal? For me, I live in Kauai. It's beautiful here and the rent is crazy expensive. And I would like to one day own a home here on Kauai. I would like it to, I would like to have a, a nice piece of property with lots of orchards and fruit trees and garden space. I want my kids to be able to run and play. I would like there to be a river down that property. Really envision what it is that you want for yourself, and start thinking about that. Another practice that you could do around your why is getting some friends together, either online or at your home, and doing a vision board party. It's a really fun way to get people to dream with you and to have a lot of fun doing it. And if you've never done a vision board before, it's really a lot of fun. There's several ways you can do it. You can look it up online, but basically, the most fun way to do it, and I've done it since I was a child, is getting a bunch of magazines from the library. They usually give them away. And you just cut out the pictures and the words that inspire you. And then you make a beautiful collage that you can look at every single day. Maybe put it in your hallway or put it somewhere where you'll see it all the time. And, and it will remind you all the time of what your why is and what you're working towards. And so that's another thing that you can do. And you can include others to do it with you, which allows you to dream with others and invite them to learn more about what you're doing as well. So let's see. So entrepreneurial mindset, success mindset. We want to talk a little bit about our mission statement. This is similar to the business plan, but this is more about you and kind of what I was just talking about with creating your why and what your ultimate goal is. That kind of ties into that, but here's a format for you. So this is like writing out your mission statement is similar to creating that vision board with pictures and words, but this one is written out and you can read it every single day to inspire yourself and remind yourself of what you're working towards. So this ties into your why as well. And this was sourced from the book Think and Grow Rich, which is a really great book if you haven't read it already. So the first step is to come up with a number of how much money you want to earn this year, and then to double that number, because then it makes it a little bit scary, but it also pushes us to do more. So for instance, when I first wrote this out, I had said that I wanted to make $44,000 a year by the end of the year. The first time I wrote this out was back in 2015 when my first year in business. And so my mentor had pushed me and said, put that you want to make $88,000 this year. So how this goes is on the left side is the guide, and on the right side is kind of like a sample of what I've written out. So number 2 is set a date for when you want to make that amount by. And then what will this money do for you? What will you do for this money? Like, what will you give up in exchange of being able to achieve this goal? So for some people that might be like, waking up earlier. It might mean going to bed later. So after the kids are going to bed, you're doing another hour of work. It might mean, less Netflix binging, or it might mean, not watching that TV show for a couple months, or whatever it might be that you can give up a little bit of time to get what you want in return. Because we all have things in our life that takes up time, that makes us feel like we don't have the time to do the things that we want. But if we find the spots where we can find that time and eliminate those habits, we can find the time to do whatever it is that we want. So then it's make a plan. Make a plan for what you want, which is that business plan worksheet, which will help you to achieve it on a month-to-month basis, which is a bite-sized chunk for you to be able to achieve your goal and have your mentors hold your hand through the process. And then condense everything into a short mission statement so that you're not having to read 5 pages out of your amazing dream and vision, but just the most condensed version of it. Because you know in your heart what the whole picture looks like, but you just need something that you can absorb every single day to get you in the mindset of what it is you're working for. So for example, on the right-hand side, I'm going to read, I, Naiva Flory, am so grateful to receive $88,000 by December 2021. This prosperity supports me in bringing my dreams into reality, helping others to remember their dreams, as well as our collective visions for our world as a global family. I'm offering myself in my highest leadership potential every day. I dedicate my focused attention and energy. I am a beacon of light in a world guiding others home to themselves. I show up consistently for my business, my visions, and my personal growth and team. In 2021, I am the most abundant, radiant, and aligned in my divine purpose that I have ever been. I am so excited to share myself and my gifts with the community and the world as I step into my fullest potential. And then I would sign it. So this is just my own example. You can make it your very own. I invite you to take a screenshot if you don't have time to fully dive into this at this moment, but I want you to write out your mission statement and practice reading it every single day. Anytime that you're wavering on, like, I don't know if I can do this, or people are saying no, what is it that I'm doing? Read your mission statement and remember what it is that you're working towards, and remember what you dedicated. And none of this will happen overnight. It takes time to achieve goals. And so we want to help you get there. And this is a really great tool to just help you get in the mindset. So I want to talk a little bit about sharing versus selling. So something I really love about this is I love to ask questions and be curious, or create curiosity by asking questions. So we do things a little differently at Purium. We like to call it the social sharing economy, because we're empowering people to share their story to then inspire somebody to become a part of our movement. And I have a couple things on here that make it easier to reach out to people as you're calling people that are on your list, as you're reaching out to people that you'd love to have them join you as a customer or a brand partner. We have an acronym called FORD. So these are things you can ask them about. So what does FORD stands for? It stands for family, occupation, recreation, and dreams. So how would this work? So I'm in a conversation with somebody, and so they answer the phone and I say, hey, how's it going? I've been thinking about you and the family. How is everybody doing? They tell me how everything's doing. Maybe the kids are being homeschooled right now. Things are challenging. They tell me, and I listen. Then I ask another question. Well, I'm so sorry to hear that. That sounds really challenging. You always acknowledge them. And then you ask them another question. How is it going with work? Are you currently still working? How is that going for you? And some of these people you're talking to, you might already know that their kids are not in school right now. You might already know that they lost their job. But these are still, you can still bring it around to a question of like, hey, I recently heard that you lost your job. How is that going for you? Or, do you have any other options? Are you looking for another job? You can just find creative ways to ask them about these things, because these are things that we all have in our reality every single day. Our recreation, things that we like to do for fun. Sorry, there's a typo there. So things that we like to do for fun is, a lot of people are so busy, they don't even have time for fun. They're so busy working and making ends meet that it's just like my husband. He used to work 6 days a week and have chores on the weekends. He never had time for fun. And I'm sure if somebody would have asked him, like, if you could do anything, what would you like to be doing? He'd be like, oh my gosh, I'd be surfing all the time, And so ask them, like, if you could do anything, what would you do for fun? Or what's one of your favorite things to do? Or when's the last time that you did something that is really fun for you? Because people love to, we can't just work all the time. We have to go have fun and have a life too, right? So these are all great questions. And then ask them what their dreams are, if maybe they haven't gotten to go skiing because they lost their job and their kids are homeschooling and they really wish they could go skiing. And that's a dream of theirs. And so then you can start offering them solutions, because this is just a way to create curiosity, be curious about the person you're talking to, and then being able to offer solutions. So of course, after asking them what their dreams are and they're telling you, I really wish I could travel the world and bring my whole family, and maybe they want to be able to work from everywhere and they're tied down to a job where they can't leave very often, which used to be my reality. And so that's when you bring up, like, what is it that's holding you back? Oh, well, I work for this 9-to-5 job. I don't have the time to step out of it. I don't have the money or the ability to get out of this, grind. And so that's when you can offer a solution. So the bottom three questions are where you start to lean in and offer something in return. Are you currently open to creating another stream of income? This is a really great question, because honestly, so many people are looking for another way they can make money and they just don't know how. And unless you offer it, even if they know what you do, they might not ask you for more information. So it's important that you actually offer it to them and put it on the table. The worst they can say is, no, I don't want another stream of income. And then you can move on to ask them other things. Maybe, what are you doing for yourself nutritionally? Because you know what? The best thing to do is offer the business first, because you can fall back onto the product second. If you offer the product first and somebody says, I'm not really into my health, they probably won't be into going into business with you. So I always say offer the business first. And then if they're not interested in that, you can fall back on the product and the customer aspect. So what are you doing for yourself nutritionally? How are you supporting your immune system right now with COVID? Hand washing and masking isn't enough. We need to take care of our immune system. Offering them information. If I send you info, when can you take a look? We have tons of tools for you to use, and we want to support you in making this as easy and fun as possible. So I'm really excited to share this with you. I'm not sure if you all have gotten to see this training yet, but this is a really fun way where you can help your newest person get to consultant or director, get to director in their first 10 days as a brand new brand partner. So this is a little bit different with our scholarship recipients, since your personal orders don't count on your account for those while you're on the scholarship. And so it's a little bit different on your own enrollment points. But when you enroll a brand new person, you get all the match bonuses for helping them achieve this pay plan. So this is super exciting. And on the left-hand side, I put the abbreviations. So if you're not sure what some of these abbreviations on the page are, please refer to those, and I will go over this page with you. So at the top, under commissions, I want to just go over everything at the top, and then we'll go into the 10-day fast start. So under commission, the ultimate lifestyle transformation is $329 after the $100 discount that they get from their 25% off. And so that's their purchase price. Your commission on that is 20%. 20% is $65.85. So that's how much you get to earn on your new brand partner when they get the ultimate lifestyle transformation. And then if you do that 6 times, in your first 10 days, that's almost $400. That's $395.10, okay? So the next one over is bonuses. When you reach consultant within your first 10 days, you get a $100 bonus. And when you reach director within your first 2 months, you get a $400 bonus. So the really awesome thing about these bonuses is that you get to earn the bonuses when you reach the fast start. You also get to earn a match bonus from anybody that you help achieve this fast start. So if you enroll a brand new brand partner and they do these action steps, then you will also earn the consultant bonus of $100. And if they do hit director within their first 10 days or 2 months, up to 2 months, you'll get that $400 bonus as a match bonus for helping them achieve it. And that's something that I love about this business is we earn while we learn, and we earn by helping others. There's no other way to succeed in this business. That's literally the only way we can do it, is we have to help others. So I'll come back up to the week 1 and week 2 payday, as well as the monthly payday bonuses as we go through this chart. So let's start on the 11th of the month on Monday when you enroll a brand new person. So you've just enrolled a brand new brand partner and they have 270 BV, business volume, to help them launch their business. That's from their own personal order. And so that's their very first day in business. Now you're going to help your new brand partner to get 3 enrollments during the week. So there's an amazing bonus that's going on, and it's been going on for a little while, where if you enroll 3 qualifying packs in a 1-week period from Saturday to Friday, you get an additional 500 points for that achievement, for helping 3 people, customers or brand partners, with the 4 select packs to enroll during that week. So the second day in business, and this is also including the Widen Your Reach promo, where you can go live in your first 10 days in business, and you can earn 33 points per live, and you can also earn an additional 200 points at the end of the 10 days for going live for 10 days. So that's part of our social media promotion, and there's a whole training all around that. So go ahead and, jot yourself down a little note and reach up to your upline if you have questions around the Widen Your Reach promo or the enrolling 3 people in a week of the bonus. Okay, so I'm looking at the 12th. You enroll a brand partner, so that's an additional 270 points on top of the one from the order the day before. They go live one time and share how excited they are to launch their business, and they get 33 points. So that first day, they had 270, and then their first day in business, because the day of enrollment is actually day 0. So that's really a good thing to take note about. The day of enrollment is not day 1. The following day is. So on day 1, you had 1 enrollment and you did a Widen Your Reach. You already are halfway to consultant. Consultant's only 1,000 points, and you can see at the bottom of the date of the 12th, it says day one, 573 points on the board already. So on the 13th, you enroll a brand new customer, and that's 220 points, business volume. You do another live with wide and reach, 33 points. And so already you have 820 points. At the bottom of the 13th, you can see total day. And that's you're closing in on consult already. You've only been in business a couple days and you're already doing really well. On the 14th, you talk to a bunch of people, you don't roll anybody, but you do go live again, and your excitement and how you're wanting to share this with others. And so you have earned 33 points just for going live on social media, whether it's on Instagram or Facebook or in your stories on Instagram or Facebook, as long as you use our hashtag PHPLive2021. And all that information is in the Widen Your Reach promo, and that can also be found in iLearn under the Getting Started modules. So on the 15th, it's Friday. So your first week in business is coming to a close because Fridays are paydays, and you enroll a new consultant. So you have another 220 points. You forgot to do a Widen Your Reach promo that day. You got really busy. It's Friday. You reached out to a ton of people. And so you didn't end up doing Widen Your Reach. You get 0 points for that. And then on that particular day, you only got the 220 from your consultant, but you got the 500 UBT, Ultimate Business Transformation points, and you reached consultant. You actually got that. You got the 500 points for enrolling 3 people in that week, and you reached consultant because you have over 1,000 business volume. You can see at the bottom of day 4 on the 15th that you have 1,579. You're actually more than halfway to director and your $400 bonus. So Saturday the 16th, you do a Widen Your Reach, you get 33 points. Again, you reach out to a ton of people, nobody enrolls that day. So we end the day with 612 points. On Sunday, again, you follow up with some people and you get a new consultant, 220 points, Widen Your Reach, 33. You're closing in on director at 1865 at the end of your Sunday. And then on Monday, you enroll a brand new brand partner. So each time you enroll a new brand partner, what does that mean? That's a new person that can achieve this pay plan and help you to earn $500 in match bonuses from achieving consultant and director. So we're on day 7, it's the 18th, Monday the 18th. We enroll that new brand partner, we do Widen Your Reach, we end the day at 2168. We're closing in on director, you guys. We're almost to our $400 bonus. So then Tuesday rolls around, we reach out to a bunch of people. Maybe we get in a little bit of a funk that day because nobody wants to enroll. We get some no's. We don't do a Widen Your Reach. We end the day with the same thing we had on Monday. But you know what? We reached out to a bunch of people, so those people are maybe ready to enroll. So then Wednesday, we reach out to some more people and we get a new brand partner. Another 270 points. You didn't do your Widen Your Reach that day, but you did get that 270 points and you got 3 brand partner or 3 enrollments that week again. So because you got 3 enrollments within that Saturday to Friday timeframe, you get another 500 UBT points and you hit the rank of director, which means that you got a $400 bonus and your upline gets a match bonus for helping you get there. So then you're on day 10, it's the 21st of the month, and you get the 200 Widen Your Reach bonus points for having done the Widen Your Reach for your first 10 days in business, for achieving doing 10 lives in the 10 days. And this is a total of $895 in your first 10 days. So this is a really great map of what is possible. This isn't what's going to happen every single week. I mean, it can, and you all are rock stars, and I know you can make it happen, but this is just an example of what is possible for anybody that's excited and is actually doing the reach out. So it's really important that we stay consistent and that we keep reaching out, we keep following up, and we keep nurturing the people in our community that might want to join us either in the business or as customers. So I'm going to go back up and explain where it says the paydays in black on the right hand side. So week 1 payday was on the Friday. So you actually get paid the Friday following the closeout Friday. So if you look at the map again, the closeout Friday was on the 15th, 5 days into the business, and you're getting 22nd. So it's the following Friday after you get started. The first Friday is a payday. So you make $197 the second Friday in business, and then again on the 29th, which is at the end of the month, you're making another $197 off of those sales, and then you're making a $500 bonus check that comes on the 15th of the following month. So I just want to clarify that so that way, if you are following this pay plan and you do exactly this, you understand when you'll be getting paid. Go ahead and screenshot this if you'd like to keep it for your own records or just to have a visual of how this is possible. There's a really great guide to just help motivate the brand newest team member. So I've also created a social media how-to on our Million Mom Movement blog. So I just copied a couple images from it, and the link is here at the bottom. And so we want to help you. I have been able to build my business primarily online. And right now, more than ever, it's important that we know how to use social media to build our business and build our brand, because that's where a lot of people are right now. And with social distancing, it's really the easiest way for us to connect with other people and help support them. So there's a couple ways that you can share Purium, can share with people as a customer or as a brand partner through our different avenues. And it starts with your social media posts. So if you just recently won the scholarship, I invite you to go visit this, and it has a guide of, the first post you can make. And even if you've been here for a little while, this is just a great place to go visit. Our Million Mom Movement blog has a ton of resources for you all to help support you in your business, to help support you with recipes and our Fierce Fridays every Friday. And so we're really excited to all be here together, and we invite you to go visit our blog. My other favorite blog is our Purium blog, and there's so much there. So I want to leave you with some resources. And so here, and you're welcome to screenshot this if you'd like to. So some of the resources where you can find some of the things I've talked about today is an I Learn Getting Started modules. So what can you find there? You can find the Widen Your Reach promo information there. You can find your business plan worksheet there. And you can find, if you haven't yet visited your Getting Started modules, I invite you to go get started there, because it will walk you through downloading your Purium app. It will walk you through texting Purium to 55678. It will help you to get set up in all of these areas. And so you can see here, these are all your tools. So your tools are your gift card code, your puriumbackoffice.com, which is how you also log into your iLearn. So make note of that. I shop Purium for your customers. I share Purium for your brand partners. We have Purium CBD that goes directly to our CBD information website. Also, I believe that if you're in Canada or I think there's a couple states where you can't access that website if you're there. So, or you can't order from it, maybe it is. And then Purium permalinks. You guys know about Purium permalinks? This is an incredible way to help people place orders without mistakes. You can create a link for somebody, you can create a shopping cart with everything that they want and send it to them by text or email. And all they have to do is click on it and go ahead and enter their information. Everything's already in the cart for them. It's an amazing tool. It eliminates a lot of mistakes, especially the one where they go and they don't know what your gift card code is, or they go click on somebody else's link. This is a great way for you to guarantee your gift card is the one included. The Purium phone app is incredible. If you haven't downloaded it, please download your phone app. It's Purium Business app, and it's incredible. You can find it in Google Play and the App Store. And then we also have Purium's blog, which is incredible, alongside the Million Mom Movement blog, which is not on this page. We also have our bit.ly link for the ultimate lifestyle transformation. And PuriumEnrollment.com takes you straight to the enrollment page. So if you're wanting to enroll somebody and you go to iShare Purium, it shows some videos and some information about our business opportunity. But if you want to skip over that and just go to the enrollment page, PuriumEnrollment.com is your place to go. And then let's see, plus the Toxin to Dinner came, there's all these flyers. Oh, you're getting all of this in your box too. Like these are all things that come in your box. This is actually a screenshot from our business guide that you get in the box. And so this is all things that you get in your box. Is the Toxin That Came to Dinner, your product flyers, your social media posts, video links, all of that you have access to either through iLearn or through your box that you get in the mail, Purium products, and then also through, all of the leadership that you have access to as well. Here are some of our links for the Million Mom Movement. And so I'd like to invite you, I personally have the honor to be able to post and repost your posts on the Million Mom Movement on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. They all go to those 3 places when I post on Instagram. And so I invite you to please follow us on all of, whatever platforms you use. If you use Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or YouTube, please go and follow the Million Mom Movement. All of our videos get posted to YouTube when we do our Million Mom Movement or our business power hours like this one monthly. So please tune into that and follow that. And then our Instagram and Facebook is where we post pretty much daily. And there's often information going out about, our Fierce Fridays weekly and what topic we're covering or who's representing that, because we get to interview different people weekly on that platform. And I post about this M3 Business Power Hour every month prior to this happening. I also love to repost what you all write. So I want to invite you to hashtag at Million Mom Movement and hashtag Million Mom Movement. And so that I can find you and so that I can repost your content. And some of the content that I like to post the most is content about moms talking about how their ability to work from home and be home with their children more, our abilities to nurture and nourish our families better through the Purium products. And of course, pictures of little ones drinking green drinks are always welcomed. We also love to share moms' perspectives about the food quality that we are being sold in stores and the issue with glyphosate today in our environment. We want to share stories around your success with Purium, your success with the products, your community, the things that you're doing out there in the community. And then we also want to share your own personal stories, things that are happening for you, things that are inspiring you. Maybe you actually write out your mission statement as a post, and that would be incredible to inspire other people to write a mission statement. Or maybe you get together with some friends and you do a vision board party. I would love to share some pictures and inspire others to do vision board parties. So all of those things, however we can inspire our community, those are all things that I like to repost on our Million Mom Movement page. And where I look primarily for reposting is on Instagram. So please keep that in mind. I do go on Facebook sometimes looking for things to repost, but primarily on Instagram, but it will repost to 3 platforms. When I post to Instagram, it will automatically also post to Facebook and Twitter as well. So you will be promoted on all of those platforms. And I always make sure and tag you as well so people can go follow you if they'd like to, get to know you more and read more of your stories. So I'd like to invite you all to join us weekly on Fierce Friday. This week, we're super excited to be representing and talking about our family nutrition pack. And I'm so excited to hear, more moms talking about this and how we're going to implement this for our families. Next month, mid-February, right after Valentine's Day, we're going to be launching a family nutrition challenge. And so it's really going to be a fun time to veer from right now. It's still the new year. People are into cleansing and, getting out of the funk from 2020. But we also want to invite you to start thinking about the families that the people with children that the people that need better nutrition in their life, to come and join us on Fierce Fridays to learn more about what it is that we're doing and what it is that we're educating about, and use that as a tool to inspire your community and let us do the sharing. And then you can follow up with your friends that you invite and just see what it is that inspired them. And often that will open up the conversation of where is this community and what is it that they're doing and how do I become a part of it? And so we would love to invite you to participate in our Fierce Fridays, to invite your guests to Fierce Fridays to participate with us, because the only way we're going to reach 1 million strong is if we have everybody sharing this mission with us. And that's why our hashtag is We Are the Million Mom Movement, because together is how we make this happen. I'd also like to invite you back next month. Every third Wednesday, we do our monthly power hour. And this is where we have different leaders on our Million Mom Movement Council come and share their empowerment for the month to just help you get in the mindset, your abundance mindset, break through anything that might be holding you back from your true potential, and really just inspire you to go out there and be your greatest self. So I'm really excited to just be here with you all. And I just want to go ahead and open it up to any questions that anybody might have, or if you wrote out your mission statement and you'd like to share it with the community, I want to just invite you all onto the line. We have about 10 more minutes, so I'm going to go open it up. Whoever would like to unmute or raise your hand, we'd love to hear from you.
Wonderful job, Naiva. I really enjoyed the tools that you shared and inspired me to create a moment with my team about the mission statement. So thank you for that. That was very...
Can't hear you, Carmela. Are you trying to talk?
Yeah, can you hear me okay? Yes?
Can't hear you for some reason. You're unmuted, but I can't hear you.
Is this any better now? No?
Technology. Don't you
No.
love it?
I think.
Well, I'll share a little bit more because I love sharing about the Million Mom Movement. It's something that I love sharing about. So leading with the Million Mom Movement, moms love connecting with other moms for community and support. And moms love sharing with each other all the things, food, nutrition, sharing recipes, recommendations. So when we talk about something, we like to talk about it, right? Like we love to just like get into it like, oh my gosh, that's so awesome. We had so much fun there. The kids loved it, right? So think about that when you're sharing this mission or these products, is that excitement, because people get excited from our excitement, right? So when we learn about injustices happening towards our families or our community, we don't just talk, we get active. And that's what we're about here at the Million Mom Movement. So leading with the Million Mom Movement is simple as invite your friends to join us on Fierce Fridays, invite them to take the pledge with us on our millionmommovement.info, and we have some other resources for you as well. If you're looking for, if you're able to get together with other people and you want to inspire them and educate them, we have some movies that are really great um, for showing and watching with other people that could inspire them for what our solution is. So one that's really close to my heart is Poisoning Paradise. I live out here in Kauai where this movie was actually created, and I know many of the people that are represented in that movie, and it's an incredible story about, why GMOs are so toxic for our health, and it's explained in such a way that people can digest the information. And because you're watching a movie about tropical paradise out here in Kauai, people really lean in and go, oh my gosh, I had no idea that they're deteriorating the soil and poisoning the water, and our coral and our fish are dying off because of this. And so that movie goes over that story. Another one that's really great is Game Changers, really educational, really helpful for people to just get more educated about our food supply and how we can make changes through our own personal choices. Another one that's really great is Secret Ingredients. Secret Ingredients talks all about glyphosate and the chemicals that are in our food and how they're so prevalent today in so many of the foods, especially the ones that we feed our children, but it also talks about the effects it has on our body. And I find that really interesting. And the last one I'll leave you with is Forks Over Knives. This is another really interesting movie. It's talking, again, education about our food supply, about what it is that we're eating, how it affects our lives and our bodies. And it's so important that we educate our communities. And so those are movies that I invite you to go watch with friends, with family members. And if you want a longer list, on my Instagram, I have a link in my bio. And if you scroll over to my recommended movies, I have a whole list of like 10 recommended movies and the links to find them. And most of them are all free. And so that's a really great resource. And I won't go over that whole list because it's a long list. So I think those are most of our resources that we want to share with you. The other really important things that happen that we would love you to participate in is our Zooms that happen Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, our business opportunity prospecting Zooms. We would love for you to be inviting people to these. They're Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so they happen pretty much, every other day of the week. So it's really convenient for you to be talking to somebody and say, hey, you know what? There's a really great call this afternoon or tomorrow. Would you be available at that time? I'd love for you to come on with me, or can I, you could maybe do a three-way call with them onto the call, or send them the link and they can hop on themselves. But that's a really great tool. And we are so fortunate to have our company owners constantly showing up for us in person to do these representations. I don't know any other company that has their owners actually on Zoom several times a week talking to their people and answering personal questions that they might have about the business. So that's an incredible resource that we have. And I wanted to encourage you to take advantage of that. And then also on Wednesdays, we always have our product Zooms with Dave. And so that's a really great one to tune into to learn more about the products, what they do, how they can support you, or maybe other people. What I love about the Wednesday call that they do about products is that often after I get off the call or while I'm on the call, even, I will get inspired about the people I should reach out to. Because if he's talking about a certain subject, say he's talking about, the holistic fitness pack that recently came out, for instance, while I was listening to the calls that happened around that pack, I would think about the people that need that pack. Like they'd be talking about muscle recovery and how you could boost your energy levels. And while he's talking about it, I would literally be jotting down names of, oh my gosh, this person needs that. And oh, that other person told me they have muscle soreness or they're going to the gym or, so it's really great to get on those calls and feel really inspired. And then we always, every Tuesday, we have the call with Leslie Zan. That is one of my favorite Zooms. It's mindset, business empowerment, and it's every single week. So I want to encourage you, if there was only one call a week that I could make it to, that would probably be the one that I recommend, because I think Leslie is such an incredible leader. I love her leadership. I love the tips and tricks that she offers. And I'm just curious, who here attended the Leslie Zan call yesterday? Were you guys on that call? Drop me a one in the comments. Awesome. Yeah, that was a really great call. I really enjoyed it. I really loved the action steps that she asks us to take throughout the call. So she gives us really actionable steps, and it makes it really fun and also gives us something to do and follow up on. So I think that's really a great thing about that call. Um, and then a trick of the trade that I want to offer you all is keep notes on your phone. That's something I've started many years ago. And most of us have a little notebook section on your phone. And for the longest time, I didn't even know what it was. I didn't use it. I didn't click on it. I was like, what is this thing? But I finally realized that I have a notebook in my phone, you guys. I can jot down notes. I can say who I saw at the store that I want to follow up with later, or that I sent them a link or want to send them a link. Maybe we talked about, maybe I forwarded with them and I talked about their family, occupation, recreation, and dreams. And maybe I learned something about them and I want to follow up later and I want to know how to touch back on that. Like, hey, I remember you were talking about this and I wanted to talk to you more about that. And I can set up a call with them. So I'm really excited for each and every one of you. I think I gave you all the links that we have here. We do have some really great books that you can also read, that I'm going to give you a few names of. Of course, the main one is The Toxin That Came to Dinner. I'm curious if you all have read this book. Drop me a 2 in the comments if you read that book. It's really incredible. You get a free version of that book online through your email when you order the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation or the Biomedic I think in the 4-pack or individually. But that's a really great educational resource where you can learn more about glyphosate, GMOs, the issues that it has on our food, and the solution that we provide in Biomedic, and even how Biomedic was created. So it's actually a really fun resource for yourself. And you guys, I often will buy it. They sell the Toxin That Came to Dinner books. They sell them in a 5-pack in our shopping site. And so I often will buy the 5-pack and give it to friends. It comes out to like $5 a book. It's a great little investment. If you want to, you might just lend it to them and ask them to give it back. But it's a great resource for yourself and for others. The next one is the Green Foods Bible. Both of these books are written by Dave Sandoval. And the Green Foods Bible, again, is incredible. It talks all about spirulina and chlorella and so many of our green foods and what they do for our bodies and how they help us to heal our bodies naturally and boost our immune system naturally. And those ones are maybe a little bit more product centric. But the ones that are more business driven is GoPro by Eric Worre. Really incredible book. I referenced, Think and Grow Rich earlier, so that's another really great book. And then The 4-Year Career by Richard Bliss Brooke. And so those books are all really great resources to just help educate yourself around the products as well as around the business that we are in and how we can empower more people. And so it has been my pleasure to come here today and share these tips and tricks with you all. And if anybody has any questions or uh, last remarks, I'll just go ahead and open it up. Oh, drop the questions in the chat, Carmela said, if you have questions. Awesome. Thank you so much, Nicole. Thank you all so much for joining us today. It has been my pleasure to share with you all. And until next time, please join us this Friday for Fierce Friday. We do look forward to seeing you there. And so aloha for now. Make it a beautiful rest of the day.